Hello and welcome back, everyone. I know it's been a while since the last episode of this show, but we're coming at you pre-recorded wonderfully in the DPF with a banger of an episode. This is the 1 year about-ish anniversary special, so thank you all for tuning in to this wonderful episode of All That and a Bag of Chips.
It's all that and a bag of chips.
So, in all that fashion, I've brought in someone who is completely doesn't know what this show is, doesn't know what's going on. My guest today is oh geez.
Oh no.
It's James. It's James Conover.
Spencer.
It's James Conover. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh,
It's fine. I didn't forget your name. I just forgot.
my name.
You know, and it's a funny bit. So thank you all for tuning in to this wonderful episode. In pure All of That fashion, I have brought on someone who doesn't know anything about what this show is about, doesn't know what's going to happen, but they're ready. So please, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the head of the Rocket Club on campus, James Conover. James, why don't you give us a little bit about yourself? Where do you come from? How did you get here?
Well, I saw you one day as a tour guide, and I was like, wow, that's a handsome man. And next thing you know, it's been history.
Yep.
I didn't know there was a Rocket Club, though, at Southern.
Didn't you come to me and you said I did something for the Rocket Club?
No.
In the hallway before we left.
I was talking about high school.
Oh, wow. It just goes to show what I know. Mr. Rocket Man over here. Well, let's start out with a pretty easy question. Mm-hmm. Simple, low stakes. If you were stranded, marooned out at sea, and you had a gun with one bullet, and there is a swimming zombie coming after you, do you use that one bullet to shoot the zombie, or do you use that one bullet to get yourself out of the situation, we'll say, and wink at the camera? Do you pick up what I'm putting down? Would you rather...
Could I pick a C option?
Yes, I'll allow it. What is the C option you speak of?
So zombies are pretty slow. I think we're all aware of that. I don't think they pose much of a threat, especially on an island. Like, he's going to be all bogged down from the water. Mm-hmm. That's an extra slow-moving zombie.
Okay.
I just need to get a long enough stick to just keep it at a distance. And now I have a pet zombie. Think of the possibilities. If anyone ever tries to steal my secret treasure on the island, I have a pet zombie to protect it.
You know, I didn't think about that. I didn't think that this island would have sticks. You've taken over this argument and you've made it your own. In All That and a Bag of Chips fashion, all I could do was sit here and eat chips.
Yeah. I'm
stunned, to say the least. And these chips are a little spicy, so I'm kind of I'm hyperventilating. I'm breathing in deeply, and I'm kind of just taking it all in. Now, I want to get to the meat and potatoes of this. When you answered the call to come on this show, you said you wanted to debate a certain thing. And I'm not one to turn down a debate. So, James, the best Disney princess is obviously Cinderella.
And you see, that's just wrong. That's just not true. Cinderella had not only a whole crew of adorable little animals to help her out.
Which is what a Disney princess should have. A Disney princess should have adorable animal sidekicks.
But she had a godmother that could make anything happen.
Mm-hmm. I mean, within reason, right? Once the clock struck 12, she was back to being a normal girl, which would teach her responsibility.
Now, do you know who didn't have a fairy godmother?
Who?
And didn't have a whole bunch of nice little animals helping her out?
Yep. Who?
Merida.
From Brave?
Merida from Brave.
So, do we remember that she had her 3 little brothers turned into bears as well? Were those not her cute animal sidekicks?
No, because they were deranged as animals. They were deranged as humans, but even more deranged as bears. They were against her almost. Almost as an antagonist, getting in her way.
Okay. Okay. Now, counterpoint. Does Merida sing at all? I feel like a cornerstone of being a Disney princess is singing, and Cinderella has the most beautiful song with "A dream is a wish your heart makes." You know, that's I think that's antithesis of Disney is not the antithesis, but the basis of Disney is how a dream is a wish your heart makes, and how you dream, and how, you know, it's just. I mean, that's the jingle, like when the Disney logo comes on before all your other favorite movies. That's the "When You Wish Upon a Star."
Yeah,
you know.
That is true.
Yeah.
And here's my argument to that. Every single princess has a talent. It doesn't have to be singing.
Okay.
Now, Merida is put up to a point where she's forced to have to marry some other man who shoots the best shot in a competition, and this silly little guy walks up and somehow manages to get a bullseye.
Okay.
He wasn't even aiming. Like, I have no idea how he made this. And then some strange hooded figure creeps onto the field and shows themselves to be truly Merida.
Whoa.
Standing up for her own rights.
Ooh.
Saying, if I can split that arrow, I will get my own freedom. Not only does she do that, to the arrow that she shot, to the other prince's arrow.
Yep.
But she also gets a bullseye on several other targets. Something that none of the other princes could do. Now, Merida may not sing, but she's one heck of a shot.
Okay. 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 I see where you're coming from. However, I'd like to offer the counter that
you're wrong.
no, that it's just that Cinderella is a timeless classic. It's an adapted story from thousands of years ago now. It's just I feel like she gets a bad rap, and maybe I'll talk directly to the audience at this point. It's just that she was bogged down by her evil stepmother, and she was bogged down by her 2 evil stepsisters. I mean, all Disney princesses face struggle, but she was practically born and raised under struggle. And she kept a pure heart throughout it all. Yes, she had a fairy godmother. Yes, she had mice helpers. But here's the thing. When the clock strikes midnight, it's back to just her. And in the end, true love triumphs not because of magic. True love triumphs not because of mice and such. It's through pure determination that the prince was determined to find Cinderella. And a lot of people say he could have found the glass slipper. It could have fit anyone. My counteroffer is that the shoe was magic and that it was just going to fit to her.
Oh, so there was magic that was needed to be in order for Cinderella to have worked.
Well,
so you are saying that there was magic that was
Mr.
important.
President, I'm speaking.
Whoa.
That's just to satiate the you know, I wasn't media prepped on this. You know, my team isn't here. There's no producer Cam. I don't know.
One could even say you're feeling the heat.
I am feeling the heat.
Ooh.
But I think we'll end this in a draw. I think, you know, no ground was broken. No, you know, we'll agree to disagree. And
here's another point I should make. Merida was able to reunite her family and, with the help of her mother, defeat the evil bear that had stolen her father's leg.
Whoa.
Did Cinderella unite her family? No. She split it apart. All of her step-siblings and stepmother fighting amongst each other, trying to get the heart of the prince who didn't want them.
Yeah.
But Merida unites her family amongst the disagreements they might have faced. and creates a new law, letting
Wow.
the firstborn princess choose who she wants to marry.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to go to our first sketch while I think that over. And when we come back, we have more amazing All That in a Bag of Chips. Hi, I'm Spencer Knight from TV Club. You may recognize me as the guy from All That in a Bag of Chips, but today I bought the time slot of the first sketch to talk to you about an issue that is very, very near and dear to my heart. Why don't you have a seat with me and we'll talk. Has this ever happened to you? You're standing at the crosswalk when you notice someone else press the button. Now, there's no oncoming traffic, so this person walks right across the crosswalk. They don't wait for a light. They just look both ways and cross. Now, this may be okay if you didn't press the button. However, there's recently been an epidemic of people I like to call walkers. Walkers want it both ways. Walkers want the best of both worlds. Walkers want to have their cake and eat it too. Walkers, they press the button, but not fast enough for them, and they decide to just go. What does this say to the people in their car? Why would someone in their car wait at a red light and watch the blinking hand go up and down 20 times when no one's there? And also, what are you in such a hurry for that you cannot wait for the light to turn and give you the walk signal? What it could possibly be so important at Southern that you need to cross now? You need to get to Con Hall. You need to get to your class. It's Southern. Don't kid me. Now, I'm dressed very casual today because this is a issue that I don't want to present as high and mighty on. This is not the time for, me to be dressed very nice. This is a time for me to rap with my fellow students, Unfortunately, none of them are here, so it's just going to be me ranting for a little bit longer. And you clearly see other people waiting for the light like regular law-abiding citizens. Now, I'd like to offer a counterpoint here. You can cross if there's no oncoming traffic. This is not my issue. I want to state for the record now, my issue is not people crossing when there's no oncoming traffic. You can do that. My issue lies in the pressing of the button. If you know that you're in a hurry, which, don't kid yourself, you're not, don't press the button. Just wait. As the button says, if you press it, which you're not going to, just wait. So, I want to thank you for this time that you've given me. And remember, folks, just wait. Don't press that button. James, how was that first sketch?
I'm on the edge of my seat. That was hilarious.
Was
I
hilarious?
can't wait for whenever the next one shows.
Ooh, me neither.
Ooh.
Me neither.
You'll never know.
Could I? I mean, I could play it. Nah, just kidding. Just kidding. We got more talking to do.
You got some more losing to do.
No.
No.
I'm tired of losing, James. I'd like to bring this up to you. People who watch this show may recognize you from somewhere. And it's time we address the elephant in the room. James, you met the Smashing Pumpkins. We were there to cover the Smashing Pumpkins coming to campus. What were they like? For the record, on the record, tell me, after the 1975 opened and Smashing Pumpkins played, and I think it was Glass Animals were the closing act, how were they in person? How were the Smashing Pumpkins? when all was said and done, when the dust settled.
So I thought they were gonna be a lot more aggressive, you know, just straight up in the name, you know, smashing pumpkins. That's quite evil, you know.
Yeah.
What did the pumpkins ever do to anyone? They just sit there and take it.
Yeah.
But no, these guys were great, you know. They had nice shirts on.
Yep.
Yeah, they talked with a very sweet voice. They gave me chips.
Yeah. Love me some chips.
Oh. Extra spicy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could I try a chip?
No one's ever asked that before.
Really?
And you know what? Finally, someone does. Do you know how long I've been waiting to share these with someone? To share my life, my chips, my goals, my dreams, my aspirations with people, and nobody's asked. James, you may have a chip.
I'm nervous.
Don't be.
I'm gonna go in deep.
Go in deep. My goals and dreams and aspirations.
Whoa.
And if you could see it, get a close up on this teardrop that's streaming down my face.
Oh my God.
Yep.
That's real.
Yep.
That's a real tear.
Yep. James, would you do me the honor of eating that chip and telling me how it is? How is it?
It's all right.
What? I pour my heart out to you. I pour my chips out to you, and you say it's all right. What's your favorite chip flavor?
Cool Ranch.
You know, I was gonna get Cool Ranch, but I do this thing where my outfit matches my chip bag, and I didn't have any blue on. To be honest, I don't have purple on either.
No.
Let's address the elephant in the room here, Mr. Smashing Pumpkins, and I don't have anything purple. I left my purple sweater at home.
I don't have anything purple.
Me neither. I thought you were looking for like you
I
dropped your
was
chip
I
or
was
something.
wondering if I had any purple.
No.
You know? No.
But
No.
I figured, right, I just got this cool new jacket, and like, I mean, this jacket is hot, all right? This jacket is spicy, okay? And I wear it when it's chilly. So I figured, spicy, I look sweet in it, and I wear it when it's chilly. Spicy, sweet chili, this and that. Also, purple's just a pretty cool color in general. So that being addressed, the Smashing Pumpkins thing being addressed, we addressed the Rocket Club that doesn't exist on campus.
No, doesn't.
I think, James, I think we're gonna throw it to the second sketch. Right after I ask you,
Oh.
did the Smashing Pumpkins really, like, were they just waiting for me to leave? Like, why were they not showing up when I had the camera out? Were they camera shy? Did they give you the impression they were camera shy at all?
So you didn't hear this from me, but I heard they don't like people with glasses. So I immediately took my glasses off.
Okay.
When I went to see the performance.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay.
I think they might have gotten a bad impression.
Okay. I can do a bunch of impressions, actually.
Really?
I can do Borat.
Do Borat.
My wife, and I'm name of Borat, and I'm gonna tell you all my opinions on the political climate of the world.
Can you do Joe?
Can I do Joe?
Can you do Joe?
I could do so many Family Guy characters. I could do Joe. Hey, Peter. My name's Joe. Hey, Peter. My name is Joe.
That one was good.
That was right. I had to jump into it. I had to warm up. It's like getting in a pool. I stuck my toe in, and I got to about Twig and Berry's level, and that's usually where you kind of gotta hop in the pool. So before, the first Joe voice was thigh down, and the second Joe voice, I hopped into the pool, and I'm chilled down there now. But now I'm warm. Not like I'm peeing in the pool, but I'm warm like at the water.
You're just warming up.
Yeah. I don't pee in the pool.
No.
Don't pee in the pool.
No.
I can also do Peter.
Really?
Hey, Lois. This reminds me of the time I was on All That and a Bag of Chips. Holy friggin' crap, Lois. It's me, Peter, and I'm in All That and a Bag of Chips.
Can you do Lois?
Lois? Peter, I'm holding iced tea. Lois, I kind of relegate to my female friends, you know. I can do
So
Stewie.
I'm not special enough?
I can do Stewie Griffin. Can you do? Wait, can you do Lois?
I might be able to do Lois.
Okay,
I
you could
just
try.
need to-
You could try Lois.
You just got to turn around real quick.
Okay.
You just got to turn around.
Okay.
Oh, Peter!
Oh my! Holy friggin' crap! Was that Lois? Was that my wife, Lois?
Yes, Peter.
Lois, are you okay? You sound sick.
I'm just a little congested, Peter.
And Stewie's here too. Hello, I'm Stewie Griffin. Damn you, vile woman!
You got me sick, Stewie.
Last, I did not get you sick.
You darn child.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's pretty much. I mean, yeah. Family Guy. I mean, Family Guy is just such a great show. I owe a lot of my comedic timing to Family Guy.
What else do you owe to Family Guy?
I owe my happiness to Family Guy. I owe
Your childhood?
my dad never let us watch Family Guy as kids. He would say, at the first swear, I'll turn it off. And with Family Guy.
Yeah.
It
I didn't
went
even
pretty
get
quick.
to the swear. We wouldn't even get to the swear. Once we saw like Peter, it was off.
Yeah.
No
Were
Peter.
you scared of Peter in that house? Like,
No,
what?
no, not scared of Peter. Scared of the Griffins in general. It was a no Griffin household.
Dang.
Strictly at my grandma's.
Yeah.
When she wasn't looking.
Yeah. My grandma let me say swear words all the time.
Dude, my grandmother let me say swear words in Spanish.
Oh, okay. My grandma
Ooh.
didn't know Spanish, and neither did I when I was saying swear words. But I'd say all the best American curse words. It was the classic American bandstand, but instead of bandstand, it was curse words, and I'd have to get them out before my mom came to pick us up.
What was your first curse word? Don't say it. Well, I say it.
My first curse word, it might have been one of the calmer ones that we've kind of added into the regular lexicon. Might have been damn or hell. But my favorite curse word has been, is, always will be, get ready to get censored.
Whoa.
I love that one.
Do you know what my favorite one is?
What's your favorite?
My favorite one, and get ready to censor one more time.
Yep. Oh, okay, that's a good one.
That was my first one.
That was your
And,
first one?
That was my first swear word.
Okay.
I remember I was sitting in class and I had said it to someone like, you're a piece of one, you know?
Oh, okay.
And they ran to the teacher immediately and told. And I remember just sitting there saying different words like seashell, swordfish, just different S words.
Gotta lie,
To be
you
like,
gotta-
I didn't say
that.
that. Like, I said this, you're a swordfish, you
Yeah.
know? But no, I got in trouble for that.
Did
Yeah.
you hear us say, did you hear us get jinxed? We jinxed each other. I didn't say that. We said it at the same time. Did you hear
Well, knock on wood, I did not.
that? Oh, I was gonna say, jinx, you owe me another scat. Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
Hi, boss. Am I interrupting anything?
Can't understand a word of this.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
neither.
no.
Okay. You asked me to get case proposals.
Yeah.
I went down to the local courthouse and I found a few ones that were labeled "Do not take."
Right? And
But
we always take them.
we always take 'em.
Those are that's
We always take them. Yeah. So, okay.
our bread and butter.
First thing, bread and butter. A man.
Mm-hmm.
He was arrested for urinating in a sewer grate.
Take it.
Yep. Well, he's pleading not guilty. I'll tell you why. He says it's all going to the same place anyway.
That's true.
So it's like obvious. I mean, that's obvious.
What's even the crime there?
They say public indecency.
How is that? If he's lying flat,
Right.
everything that is indecent is being covered. You know what I mean? Like he's covering it in the the sewer grate, like a passerby would not be able to see anything indecent. As far as they know, he's just planking on the side of the road. They would have no way of seeing. Now, if he was standing and peeing in, okay, that's different. But I'm imagining this guy, he's laying down flat.
Me too.
He's got it, through the hole. No one's going to see anything anyway. So, yeah, that's an easy one. That's an easy one for us.
I'll check it off.
Yeah.
I'll check it off. Next, committee of 5 members is trying to get a new Ship of Theseus exhibit put in the museum, but the museum won't take it because, quote unquote, it's not the real ship. Do they have a case?
I don't know. That's very interesting. It's very interesting to bring up. I mean, who's to say when does it stop being the original ship? If it fixed 5 people.
Yeah, committee of 5 people.
I don't know that we've had that many people.
Yeah, it might be like a like a group. Like they all take turns. They all walk in the courtroom, and they go, "I object," and they walk out. Another guy goes, "I object," kind of like Spartacus.
Yeah, I'm getting like a Spartacus thing. I don't know if I want to deal with that.
Okay. Is that a definite no? Or should I put a question mark?
Just do like a maybe.
All right, I'll put a question mark next to them.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, this is a class action. It's starting against the guy they call the Snack Pimp.
Heard of him? Yep.
Yep. Apparently, his hot Cheeto girls want out now that he's gone from mild to downright spicy. They're calling it.
Okay.
Should we take it? We're on the side of the hot Cheeto girls.
We're defending the girls.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. I might actually have a conflict of interest with that.
Okay.
Because I know the snack pimp.
You know the Snack Pimp?
Yeah, on like a personal, like a recreational.
Yeah.
Like a recreational colleague, like a personal acquaintance.
Would you agree that he's become, he's gone from mild to downright spicy?
I would say he is downright spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's always been. There have been moments where like the spiciness has come out, but he recently, I would say, downright spicy. And I mean the things he's done with that cheetah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've considered my friendship with him. I don't want to bring that all into court. I don't want to go into court.
Okay,
with
so
that.
that's a definite no.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna say no.
That's a definite no.
Yeah, conflict
Well,
of interest.
Actually, the next case under it, the Snack Pimp is countersuing.
Okay.
He's claiming
What's he saying?
He's claiming the girls are quote just a bunch of Sour Patch Kids and airheads.
Yeah, that sounds right. Let's take that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad that he wants to countersuit. I was kind of hoping.
Yeah.
In fact, I was going to go reach out to him and see if he wanted. That's good. Yeah,
Okay,
we'll take his side.
A bunch of Sour Patch Kids and airheads. He called them, which is funny because he's the Snack Pimp.
Uh-huh.
All right, so a new committee of 5 members
Where's
are
the committees come from?
also trying to get the Ship of Theseus exhibit put in the museum.
Okay.
Or is it the same committee?
I don't know. How many of the original members are in this one?
They have all been phased out.
Right.
However, there was never a down period for the committee.
Man, see, this is what I mean. It's just so complicated. It's like, is it the same committee? If none of the original members are still there,
But the committee
they've
never
replaced them one at a time. So
the committee never stopped.
I don't know. That's complicated. I think that's too complicated for us.
Too complicated.
Yeah, I
Okay.
would say.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
I'm gonna draw a Rubik's cube.
Good. Yeah, because that'll let us know it's complicated. Yep.
Yep. Okay. Rubik's cube. Okay. Southern Connecticut State University's. You know what? I'm gonna use my veto on this one because
Okay.
I don't think
Yeah.
we should touch.
You got a veto. Yep.
We're not gonna touch Southern politics.
Yeah. No.
That's a whole thing.
Yeah. Above our pay grade.
Yeah. I just have here. This one was kind of crumpled up and left to the side. It just says something about the homeless. I don't know if it's for or against the homeless. I don't know if the homeless are involved at all. It's just something about the homeless.
I mean, we could do.
We could do something about the homeless.
Oh, we could definitely do something about the homeless. I mean, if that's the way that it's going, I mean, yeah, they are sort of all over the place. We do have a way. We could work to sort of clean them up a bit.
Yeah.
I've often said that we should just like put a team together and just put flowers like in their pockets and stuff, because at least then they'll smell a bit better, they'll look a bit nicer.
Yeah.
And like, if we put a team, with like a few $100,000 together, like we get a budget of like a few $100,000 to buy flowers and put them in, and we spend all the money. Well, most of the money we would go, to pay for our time and like snacks and things like that while we're doing it. Because if we're working on an empty stomach, we're not going to be able to help anybody.
True.
So it makes sense. Like some of that budget does need, like most of that budget probably will go to like our snacks and our drinks and the transportation costs and the cost of the entertainment. Because I mean, we're going to be dealing with all these homeless people, these stinky, homeless people.
But they'll have flowers.
It's going to drag us down. Well, before we put the flowers in, it's going to drag us down. It's going to make us depressed. So we'll need an entertainment, part of that budget's going to go to our entertainment to keep our spirits high while we're helping them. And then, we'll put like, a few $100, we'll get some bouquets of flowers and we'll go, we'll put them in the pockets of like homeless people, and then it'll make them look nicer. It'll make them smell nicer. And I think that would make a big difference, to do something about them. I think that would make a big difference for the city.
Okay. I just drew a flower.
Oh, good. So I'll remember.
Yeah.
We'll remember what that means.
Yeah, I just drew a flower.
Yep.
Snacks sounds like a really good idea. Maybe we should go see the snack pimp after
The snack pimp. Okay.
Yeah. There's one more.
Oh, there's one more. Great.
Okay. So, a man in a fit of rage and suffering from depression drove his car into a crowd of people.
Okay. Hate to see it. Yep.
Fortunately, it was the New Haven Pedophile Convention.
Okay. Go on.
So, I mean, this seems like a pretty open and shut case, right? Like they're suing this guy. They think what happened was wrong, but I mean, it seems like there's a clear winner here, right?
Yeah, go on.
So the New Haven Pedophile Convention has asked us to represent them in court against this man.
Okay, go on.
Yes or no?
Go on.
So the New Haven Pedophile Convention asked us to represent them in court.
Okay. How much money are they offering to pay us?
It doesn't say, but
Is there a number of dollar signs there? Because sometimes I'll just put like $3 is a lot. One or two.
I can draw.
Well, no,
$3
don't just make it up. I wanted to know if it said like.
No.
Well, I mean, that is sort of why we started this, was to defend those who had no one else to defend themselves.
Yeah. I can email them. I am your secretary, after all. You see the pencil in my ear. I am your secretary.
Okay.
Could I should email them and ask for like how much money they're going to give us?
Yeah, see how much they're willing to pay us. And if it's like a four digit, amount, then that's a yes. If it's less than 4 digits, discluding the change, if the dollars is 4 digits, then we'll take it. But if it's not, I mean, we're not going to get ripped off. We're not going to defend, these people, these animals, really, if they're not gonna, they gotta pay. We'll defend them, and the thing is, we'll probably, I mean, you can guarantee that we're gonna get them off, but you gotta, but they gotta pay for it.
Yeah. Okay. So So, hold on. All right, so I drew you sleeping and dreaming about money.
Yes, that's good. Now I
And
notice
that'll-
there's only 3 digits in the little thought dream there.
Yeah.
That's not going to get. You know, we're looking for 4, right?
Yeah.
From
Well,
them.
Yeah. Okay.
As long as you know that, and that's not going to confuse you.
Okay, hold on. Really quick, I'll just draw plus
Okay.
digit.
Okay,
And this
good.
would be me. And this would be me sleeping
Ah.
next to you.
Okay.
I wear I wear a sleep mask when I go to sleep.
Yes. Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
just that's
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Well, it sounds good then.
So I'll get on that.
There was talk of snacks, right? The snack
Yes.
pimp. All right. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Are you done using the computer? Because
Oh.
we only have one computer, and I kind of need it for this email.
Oh yeah. No, we're good.
Okay.
We're good. Here.
All right.
Yeah. You go.
Cool. Cool. All right, folks. Now that was a pretty good sketch. What do you think?
I got the tingles.
You got the tingles from that sketch? Better or worse than the first one?
Way better.
Way better.
Way better.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I like that. I liked it too. That one had a special place in my heart.
You know, it really reminds me of my childhood.
Interesting.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back
Well-
in the fields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. James, I want to close this out. Now, in the past, All That in a Bag of Chips has had an art segment. Today, we will not be doing that.
Oh.
We will be, in the honor of the 1-year anniversary special of All That in a Bag of Chips, 1-year-ish anniversary special, somewhat. We're going back to the root of it all. We have another debate topic.
Another debate topic.
This one is a topic near and dear to my heart, and I'd like it to be cyclical. I'd like it all to come out in the end. Who do you think would win in a fight? A 2-headed dinosaur or a robotic Bigfoot?
Now, there's a couple problems with a robotic Bigfoot. The wires, the mainframe. If anything gets damaged, it's over.
Yep.
Now, is this dragon radioactive? Is this 2-headed dragon radioactive?
It's never been stated. What we know about the 2-headed dinosaur is
Dinosaur.
it's a T-Rex, and they share a brain. Like the 2-headed dinosaur, if one head thinks of something, the other head also thinks of it. So that halves their thinking power, but it means that both of the heads operate on the same wavelength. Do with that information what you will.
Yeah, I mean, it still beats the robot. You know, the robot, you break a wire, it's over. You can't use that whatever the wire went to.
Okay.
If you break the robot, like eat its arm off and just blah, how much money would it cost to rebuild another one of those?
We'll have to ask Dr. Bigfoot.
I don't think Dr. Bigfoot can afford another one of those on his salary.
Do you think he's salaried? Where do you
No.
think he works?
I think he works for the nature preserves.
The nature preserves, which probably doesn't make a lot of money in general.
No. So he's been saving for a long time. That's generational wealth right
To
there.
build this robotic
all gone to
Bigfoot.
waste.
Yeah. I mean, you just think about Grandpa Bigfoot.
He'd be disappointed to see that this was supposed to go to the fields. You know,
Yeah.
they were supposed to build the farm, work on the family,
Yeah.
unite them together. But no,
But no.
spent it on a robot just to lose to this 2-headed dragon dinosaur.
What do you think Dr. Bigfoot's grandfather, do you think Dr. Bigfoot's grandfather let little grandson Bigfoot say curse words in the house and watch Family Guy?
I don't think he did, because he definitely is upset that he spent all this money, because some of that could have gone to the church. I think that Dr. Bigfoot is a doctor, but also a Christian man.
Oh.
He's
So
a
where
man
do
of
the
Lord.
robots come in? Why, as a Christian man, do you think he's building a robot?
Well, he's not the one building a robot. It's his grandson.
Oh,
his
okay.
grandson builds the giant mech
Okay.
robot. But the problem is he spent all of his grandfather's, inheritance, all of that, the doctor, by the way, he was an agricultural doctor. He was a botanist. He was not into the mechanics and stuff like that. So it makes no sense how this son or grandson actually figured out how to make a successful robot. So it's no surprise that it lost. He wasted too much money. It's a waste. It's a waste.
Wow.
It's a waste. It's a shame.
It is a shame. It's very much a shame.
I mean, how would you feel if you had a grandson that took all your money and turned it into a giant camera that couldn't even record, so that none of your stuff...
A camera that can't record?
A camera that can't
is
record.
no grandson of mine.
Yep.
Get out of here,
Yep.
I would say to him. I just hope my grandfather is smiling down upon me from heaven and saying, I mean, I don't think he'd understand any of this, but hopefully he gets the spirit, As the red M&M says in the 2006 M&M's commercial where they meet Santa Claus, I don't know, I never met the guy. Another free impression for you right there, red M&M.
For free.
Yep, for free. Only on SCSUTV. But, so you state for the record, in plain English, who would win in a fight, a two-headed dinosaur or a robotic Bigfoot?
Two-headed dinosaur, easily.
And with the burden of generational disappointment, the reckless spending of generational wealth, Dr. Bigfoot runs back to his lab crying almost as hard as I was crying when you asked for a chip. But the difference is I'm glad that someone asked me for a chip, and I don't think he's very glad that he lost it all.
A lot.
But you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. James, thank you for coming on our show.
Oh, thank you so much, Spencer.
I'm just so happy to have you. But before we leave, there's one more thing I have to do that I do in every episode without fail. And James, let me eat this chip and then I'll tell you.
Yeah.
James, it's time for the bag chug. Today's
The bag
chips
chug.
were Doritos sweet and spicy chili. They didn't match my outfit, but they got me on fire! Like Steve's lava chicken, yes, tasty as heck. Time for the bag chug, folks. Bottoms up.
Get it all in your mouth. No, you gotta finish it. You gotta finish it.
Oh.
You gotta finish it.
Okay,
Don't do your viewers dirty.
okay. I'll finish this mouthful. Okay. Second time. It's not that spicy, I can do it. Okay.
Oh, you dropped it.
I know.
Here. I got you. Here. There we go.
So, I'm gonna get to cleaning that up. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, James, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And this has been another chiptastic episode of All That and a bag of chips. That camera just died.
Darn.
And then that camera just died, so if this camera is still recording, this has been All That and a bag of chips right on time. Woo! And now the credits music will play.
Tantalizer. Is that one alive?
Yes.